Try to do a quick video here. Um, just read on USA Today about this police officer, Ray Tensing. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Tensing. He had a body cam on. He stopped some guy, Samuel Dubose, I guess. Samuel Dubose. And he apparently stopped him because he didn't have a front license plate on his car. And then he was in the process of, he got a bottle of liquor out of the car. I don't know if it was capped or uncapped, who knows. And then he asked for his license, his driver's license. The police officer asked for his driver's license, and he couldn't produce one. And so the police officer asked for him to get out of the car. And if you look real close to the door itself, when the police officer tried to get the door open, this Samuel Dubose, by the way, of course, he's a black guy and the cop's white, right? You could see him pull the car door closed. Samuel did. The guy that got shot. So he's pulling the car door closed, and then there's a scuffle that goes on there, and then apparently the police officer shot once and hit him in the head, at least what I read in the reports, and then the car went forward and then stopped, and I guess he was dead. And then the grand jury on Monday indicted the police officer for the murder. You know, once again, you know, these are lame ass fucking things. These are really lame ass shit. You know why? I'm gonna tell you why. For one thing, he didn't have a license plate on the front of his car. The police officer wasn't sure who he was because he couldn't even run his name to see if this guy was out on a warrant, or he was a fugitive, or he was a murderer himself, right? All the officer was trying to do was get his license, his driver's license from him, and apparently he didn't have one on him, so he's driving a car with no license, okay? And then when the police officer tries to get him out of the car, what does he do? He takes the car, the passenger, the guy that gets shot, he's closing the door on the police officer. So right away, he's not complying. He's resisting the police officer. And then there's a scuffle that goes on there. And apparently, probably the police officer felt threatened. Who knows what was in, it could have been a gun or whatever in the car. Who knows? You know, and the police officer felt threatened and he shot in self-defense. And, you know, the shot wasn't apparently in his arm or in his leg or in his shoulder or whatever. Apparently in the scuffle, the police officer shot, and apparently the shot hit him in the head and killed the guy, okay? But the point is that, you know, if he just didn't resist arrest, he would have been all right. And I don't know if they're going to bring that up, but he resisted by closing back. You know, the officer's trying to pull helping him out of the car, and the victim, quote-unquote victim, is pulling the car door closed. And the moment he did that, what came to my mind was he's resisting the police officer. He's resisting a possible arrest because he wasn't being arrested at that time, but he was still resisting the police officer. And then there's a scuffle that goes on that you can't see very well in the video. I have it up on YouTube and I couldn't see it, and I have it in the big screen and all. I couldn't see it. And there's a scuffle that goes on over there, and then the police officer shoots out of self-defense, and apparently the bullet went into his head and killed the guy. Okay? Don't resist arrest. Don't resist anything a police officer tells you to do. I don't know how many times I have to say that. On my video, Respect the Police 1 and video Respect the Police 2. Don't resist arrest. And by him closing that door, to me, he was resisting a police officer. Now, this county prosecutor, a Hamilton County prosecutor in Ohio, he's I don't know. He was like adamant on making sure that this police officer hangs. You know, he was, to me, an asshole right there. You know, right there. I mean, bring up the fact that this guy, the driver of the car, pulled that door closed on that police officer. All the police officer did was ask him to step out of his car. He had no driver's license on him. He had a bottle of liquor in his car. And he had no license plate on the front of his car. What goes off in my mind is trouble. This guy's a fucking troublemaker. And so, police officer is in the process trying to open up the door of the car, and the driver is pulling the door closed. Now, why didn't that fucking Hamilton County prosecutor bring that up? Make a point of that. You know, they just want to fucking hang police officers. They're looking for all kinds of shit to hang police officers on. I would never want, all my life, really, until, especially under the Obama administration, I would never want to be a police officer. For one thing, you're a walking target out there. And then you got these asshole fucking county prosecutor hangs them on a murder charge. Are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking insane? These fucking people, you know, they're just out there to hang these fucking police officers. And you know what I said just like in the other video. If you have a problem, someone breaks into your house, and I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese, Jewish, German, or someone from fucking planet Pluto, if someone breaks into your house, or someone's raping you, or someone's in the process of killing you, who do you call? Who's the first person that comes to mind to call? First person. You're not thinking of Obama. Obama, you're not going to call Obama. He's going to run, help you out. You don't even think of your husband or your wife or your friend or anything. The first thing you think about is a police officer. That's the first thing you think about. When you're fucking need a 911 call or something for emergency, who do you call? You don't call Obama. He's too fucking busy making Iran deals. Selling our country out to all the other countries. He's too busy doing that shit. First person you think about is a police officer. First person. And the funny thing is we're on this like Obama bus, so to speak, going down the road, trying to get as many police officers hooked onto the hook of this person's guilty. It's like the new bandwagon. See how many police officers we can hang today. You know? How many police officers can we indict this week? It's going to be it should have a poster out there on every corner. Who's the next police officer to be indicted this week? This is fucking crazy. It's like a fad. It's the thing to do these days. You know, it's almost like they're waiting for something like this to happen so we can hang another fucking police officer. Crazy shit's going on out there. Crazy shit. This guy, you know, a police officer in an intense situation, you know, is going to react the way he does. And the way he did in this particular situation, he pulled the gun out and he shot the guy. All because of why? Because the fucking guy was resisting the police officer. That's why. Why wasn't that brought up with the Hamilton County prosecutor in Ohio? Why wasn't that fucking brought up? Don't resist a police officer. He tells you to suck his dick, suck his fucking dick. If it's a woman and he says, fuck me, fuck him. Fuck the guy. And if it's a woman police officer, if she told me to go suck her breast, I'd suck her breast. If that woman police officer told me to, well, I don't know if I'd jump off a cliff, though. Probably would have no choice. But, like, if that police officer told me to I don't know, to walk around naked in the snow, I will do it. If the temperatures were 50 degrees below zero, And the woman police officer told me to strip naked. I don't know why she would want to do that, but let's say if she wanted to see my body for some strange reason, I'd walk fucking naked for her. I'd do anything a police officer tells me to do. Now, if I have a problem with it, then I take he or she to fucking court over it. But don't ever, ever, under any circumstances, resist the police officer. He tells you something, it's a fucking order. Just like in the other video, respect the police too. It's just like your mom and dad says, go to your room. Go to your room. You misbehaved. Go to your room. Well, it's the same thing with police officers. It's an order. Get out of your car. That's what the police officer said to this guy, Samuel. Get out of your car. Well, not in those words. And actually, he was being nice. That police officer, if you listen to him, he was being really nice and considerate. It was this fucking asshole that got shot that was being a resistant asshole, pulling the door closed. What a fucking jackass he was. And who knows what was in his fucking car. He could have had a fucking gun in there. Who knows? That's a very tense situation. This fucking guy's fucking illegal already, right? He fucking doesn't have a driver's a license plate on the front of his car. He's driving around with a no driver's license, and he has a bottle of liquor in his car. He's a fucking troublemaker. He ain't no victim. He's a fucking troublemaker. That's a fucking troublemaker. Fucking wrong, man. What you're doing to these police officers. Fucking wrong. Fucking wrong. Man, it's hard. I don't know how police officers, how they drive around and they walk around or whatever they do during their patrol. How they do their job these days. I have no idea. To have all this shit on their shoulders. Because of fucking Obama created this whole fucking mess with the Justice Department. Fucking wrong. Since August of 2009. He started all this shit. Very, very wrong. Very wrong. And this police officer, he was just doing his job, came across a fucking punk motherfucking thug. That's all he was, a fucking thug. Driving around in a car with no license. Driver's license? Are you fucking nuts? Are you fucking nuts? Driving around with no driver's license? With a bottle of liquor in your car? I don't care if it's opened or unopened. This motherfucker didn't even have a driver's license, and he's driving around in a car with a bottle of liquor. And the police officer is wrong. Fucking wrong, man. This is wrong shit. Very wrong. Guys, have a good day.